25 degrees. Oh. We had like a warm snap around here, like 3 days of warm weather. I took the heater, I put it underneath the crawl space. I packed it up for the season. I was like, now it's like 25 degrees. I had to run out, take it back out, bring it back in. It's great. Great. Oh. Ah. Ah. God. Ah. I'm off with my wife the other day. And our refrigerator's dead, by the way. Yeah. It's finally dead. The repair guy has come twice. I've been under it. I spent about $350 on it. Yeah. Second round of repairman coming around, and I've submitted. We need a new refrigerator at this point. And I get to talking to the repairman, and he's looking at me like, you know, he knows. He's been in this scenario a million times. He's trying to tell me with like code face, because my wife is there. He's trying to tell me, he's like, get rid of it. He's like, sending me smoke signals. I don't know how to explain it. Even he knows how nuts these chicks are. He said, listen, when I started, this guy is like, you know, understand, appliance repairman from the start. He's been repairing appliances for like 40 years. He's like, when I started repairing appliances in the 80s, he goes, the life expectancy of an appliance was 20 to 25 years. I said, holy hell and holy crow from Crowland. Are you serious? He goes, yeah. He goes, you're lucky if you get 7 to 9 out of them now. I'm like, well, why is that? And he goes, well, because they were so reliable back then, those companies went out of business. I was like, huh? So now they basically sell you a less reliable machine, and they make more money. I can't. I gotta get somewhere. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Is there an island somewhere accepting? I mean, I just gotta get the fuck out of here. So that's great. The companies get rewarded for making a shittier product. So I was like, hey, listen, buddy. I pull him by the arm. All right, I didn't touch him. I love it how he comes over. Everybody's got to wear masks. There's a whole regiment. The dogs got to be out of the house. Everybody's got to wear masks. He can't be approached. I mean, this type of thing. So I lean into him. I'm like, hey, buddy, if we buy a new refrigerator, which we're going to do, which we should have did from the start, but here we are. What kind of refrigerator do you suggest? He's like, it doesn't matter. He goes, they're all the same. You guys, you need to understand something. There's like 2 different compressor companies out there that supply the compressors for all of the refrigerators. Yeah. He goes, companies might have some individual components, but he goes, when it comes to like relays and sensors and this, that, they're all the same. So anyway, now my wife wants to go refrigerator shopping. So I'm like, oh. I made a deal with her. I said, we'll go look for refrigerators, but I need jeans. I said, I'm at a breaking point now. I don't have any jeans. My jeans have stains all over them from work. I'm wearing my work jeans out. The other day, my wife was like, I'm embarrassed to be with you. And I was like, I know. I know. I know. I'm embarrassed to be with me. So anyway, I said, if I get jeans today, I said, we'll go out and get a refrigerator. That's the bottom line. Number one, so we go out to the shopping mall. Well, the shopping mall by us closed down. This is like the greatest thing that ever happened. I wish every shopping mall was bulldozed into the ground. Do you understand? So we got to go to the shopping mall that's kind of like in the bad neighborhood. It's not the greatest neighborhood of all time. Let's just put it that way. All right? And I got a little piece of information for you. If you're a married man, if you're in your 40s and you're married, you've got no business in a shopping mall. This is number one. We got out of the car. Now, my son, he wants to bring his Switch into the mall. Yeah, so he could just walk around like a pinball, knocking into everything because he's not paying attention, playing his Switch. I said, number one, I said to my wife, take the Switch, throw it in the glove box. It's going to get snatched in this mall. Oh, what do you think? What do you think? Some teenage kid is going to see a 5-year-old with a Switch, isn't going to like snatch it from him? Like this is unheard of? My wife couldn't believe I even said that. I felt like saying, let him bring the Switch in. And I got news for you. When somebody snatches that Switch from him, I'm not chasing a 16-year-old kid through a shopping mall. You understand? My days are running over. I'm not splitting my patella tendon to try to chase down some punk kid. I said, you don't understand these kids these days. They can run the 40 in like 2 seconds. Just put it in the glove box. We get out of the car and we're walking toward the mall. And I got news for you right now. The level of hotness on chicks these days is absolutely ridiculous. I look to my left. The first thing I see is a girl who, I don't know where did you just get out of Lucille Roberts? She has like these leggings that are vacuum formed to her body. Do you see these leggings now? They go up the crack. I said, come on. And I'm like, I shifted into like, I don't know, I turned into Doc from Back to the Future. I had Parkinson's disease for a second. I was like, and I'm looking, and we're crossing the road, and I'm not paying attention to crossing the road. I'm just looking like this, like, and what I don't realize is there's a huge, like, glass door where you walk in, which is basically like looking into a mirror. So my wife's in front of me, and she sees me like oogling this girl down, and she turns around, and I get like the Malouk eye. And I'm like, did you see that Tesla that just drove by? Yeah. They're really nice, these things. I know. And then we walked out, there's like this hallway where you walk into the entrance of the mall, and there's like this hallway. And then you get into the mall there. And this is how I really know I'm getting old, because they had all these pictures hanging on the wall of like old Bayshore, like the guys on the railroad there standing next to the steam engine, and like the old, hey look, there's the old general store right on Main Street. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking like this is the Museum of Natural History. I'm like, this is fantastic. I said, these are the pictures that nobody gives a shit about. You understand? It's like the kids walk by, they stick their gum on them. The janitors won't even wipe them down. They're like, yeah. Old Bayshore. And I'm sitting, I'm the guy sitting there marveling at them. Did you see this? Yeah, the pharmacy. Is it the RX on the top there? The old barber shop. Everybody in the pictures is white. What a novel idea for Bayshore. I've never seen such a thing. I was fascinated by the pictures. I turn around, my wife and kid are gone. Like, oh, thank you. Thank you. Anyhow, so I got to run and catch up with them. So, listen, I got news for you right now. When women go into a shopping mall, it's like they lose their minds. It's like they start spinning around. I have one mission. I got to get a pair of jeans and I got to get the fuck out. I know exactly the jeans I want. And then I got to get out. I'm done. Their whole thing, they just want to drift in and out of every store, looking around, and they get into like, I don't know what it's like. It's like an 80-year-old woman in front of a slot machine in Atlantic City. They can't get up. I said, come on. We're going to American Eagle. Yes. I got to go get my jeans from Teeny Bopperville. For some reason, I don't know. American Eagle jeans are the only jeans that fit me. The only jeans that have the length. Where am I supposed to shop? I was thinking of converting to like suit and tie guy. Like, I don't know. I'm going to dress like, I don't know, the guys in ground control for the Apollo missions. That's what I want to dress. White shirt, black skinny tie, slacks. Oh, my God. I remember, listen, I wore jeans as a kid. I tell you right now. I wore jeans. I remember I would go over to Rex's house, and his mother would be like, Rex, put on a pair of slacks. I was like, slacks? What? How, what? Slacks? If my mother would have told me to put on slacks. Oh, my God. And then she used to call jeans dungarees. She's like, what? Oh, you going to wear dungarees today? I'm like, dunga who? What is this? Romper room? So I go into American Eagle there. Now, listen, it's embarrassing. You know, I'm going bald. I got my son running around full speed around the racks. You understand? Listen, when I was a kid, it was the greatest thing to go to the shopping mall. Number one, there were cigarette butts all over the place. We'd go into Woolworths. The smell of smoke would almost knock you over. You could smoke in the shopping malls. They had trees in the shopping mall. I don't remember. Remember when they had trees back then? Real trees? People used to take their cigarettes right into the fucking tree, right into the tree trunk. The only thing natural in the whole place. And they would abuse, it was like, hey, look it, enormous ashtrays. And like, you're throwing cigarettes at wood in a shopping mall. Can we go back? Can we go back? Remember the trees used to have grates around them? Like you could like water them through the grates? Oh my God. Come on. You always have the old bums there sitting on they had a bench. They had a bench right underneath the escalator. And the escalator had a glass wall side so you could look up girls' skirts as they go up. Come on. Come on. Bench by the escalator. Should be in the name of a band. Anyhow. When we were kids, me and my sister, we used to run around. We'd go into A&S, and they had the big round racks made of metal, you understand? And all the hangers, and you would crawl under there. It was like instant clubhouse. Oh my God. Between that and the escalator, you didn't need a playground. I was always fascinated by the escalator. I was terrified of it. I always thought my feet were going to get caught in there and I was going to get ground to smithereens. Oh, yeah. You'd read about it in the paper all the time. Kid gets foot caught in the escalator. Like, oh, my God. You see that yellow line, you jump. I got news for you right now. It was like we were in the Olympics when you would get off that escalator. Kid dies, escalator accident. Used to happen all the time. Yeah. That, and I used to love going into the elevator. You go to Sears, or you go to Macy's to use the elevator. Oh my God. When the elevator goes down, you have to jump. You ever do this? Elevators used to go down, like fast. And then you could jump, and you jump like Anyway. We're looking at the jeans now, and my wife is sitting there like looking back and forth. Like her head's like an oscillating fan. I said, no, listen. You gotta understand something. You got skinny jeans, you got slim jeans, you got athletic fit jeans, you have original straight, you have original straight, and boot cut. And my wife is just picking out the fabrics that she likes. I say, no. I say, this is how we do it. We grab one of every style, then we go to the dressing room. And I try them on, and you tell me, because jeans have evolved. Do you understand? The last time I bought jeans, it was like, I don't know, MC Hammer was shopping. You get this? Back when like baggy jeans was cool? This is like the last time I bought jeans. All right, a Method Man was doing the rounds on the radio the last time I bought jeans, for practically Christ's sake. I said, jeans are different now, honey. I said, so we got to go we grab all the different variations of jeans. I go into the changing room. I put them on, and we figure out which one fits me. And then that's one we go and we buy the style. We buy, I can't take it anymore. So we go, I get to the changing room. I got a whole handful of like jeans like this. I get to the changing room there, and the chick working the changing room might be like looks like a fucking supermodel. I don't know how to explain it to you. This looks like a supermodel. And I'm like, the first thing I'm thinking to myself is like, why is she working in the changing room at an American Eagle? I was like, oh my God. I felt like leaning into her and being like, you know how much money you can make on stage, honey? Like, what? Well, you could be working at a strip club, like making like 10 grand a night. I don't know. Then my luck, I would say that. Then mall security would come, and then I'd be in a divorce, and that's it. Nobody would ever talk to me again. I should have did it. Anyhow, I go in there, I put on the first thing of jeans. I put on the skinny jeans, number one, okay? As soon as I put them on, I'm like, they're coming off. They're coming off. So my wife's like, what do they look like? I said, I'm taking them off. She goes, no, let me see. It was literally like I put on jeans tights. You understand? I got one of the most embarrassing body types available to a human being, okay? There's no ass to speak of, all right? There's no bulge out here. I mean, this is like I'm skinny with a belly. That's fantastic. Yeah, that looks great. I mean, this looks like, I don't know how to explain it to you. Like mutant human being. So I put on these skinny jeans and I open the door and she's like, ooh, I like them. I said, I'm not wearing these. You don't know anything about fashion. I said, I don't have to. I'm not wearing this. This is embarrassing. I couldn't wait to get them off. Anyhow, I take them off. I put on the next pair, which was, like a slim pair. I'm like, this is a little too aggressive too. I went back to the original straights, like what I normally wear. I put them on. I'm like, Daddy's home. That's how I felt. Daddy's home. Oh, I put on the athletic fit. It was like my dick went inverted. I opened the door. She's like, I like those. I said, yeah, but I said, honey, look at this. They make me look like I have no dick. She's like, well, you don't have a dick. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't need the rest of the world to know that. And when you sit down, they like invert. So like, I could hold soup in there. Do you understand? Yeah, you ever have a pair of jeans where you sit down and the dick thing goes inside out almost where the dick area is? It's like, that's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. You'd have to have a gaping vagina for that to happen. How does that happen on a man? I don't know. Then I come out, and my son's running around like bonker man. You understand? And I get out of the dressing room, and I go up to the girl there, and my son's running around, and she's like, he's really cute. And I'm like, yeah, he's really cute. He's really cute. What do you want to do, baby? You want to blow out of here, or we'll fly to Vegas? What's it going to be? Come on, we can leave these creeps behind. Where do you want to go, honey? There's a Roy Rogers down. I'll take you for Roy Rogers. How about that? We'll destroy that body of yours. Oh, my God. You ever have a double quarter pounder with cheese, honey? Oh, yeah. No, but my life's fun. My life's fun. We went to look at refrigerators after that. That was fun. We go to PC Richards. And I love it how my wife has to go walking up to the, like, I wrote the dimensions on I drew a picture of the refrigerator on my hand, like a detailed picture and as I'm doing it, my wife's like, what are you doing? Write it on a piece of paper. I said, pieces of paper get lost. I'm not losing my hand. So I'm drawing the refrigerator in detail. I drew the water maker and everything. And then all of the dimensions, every dimension I put on there, because we're not making any mistakes here. You understand? I need coffee. I love it. We walk into PC Richards, and what does she do? She goes walking right up. It's like she's got a magnet in her head. She goes walking up to the most expensive refrigerator there. It's like 15 feet tall. Obviously not going to fit in our kitchen. And then she opens it up. It's got doors like a safe on a vault. Ooh, like lights, like LED lights spring on. Each shelf has LED lights. There's a wine thing to put wine bottles in. It's like, and I just go up behind her and I close it. I'm like, no, it's like 15 grand. Yeah, okay, 15 grand. I'm like, the Frigidaires are over here now. Let's go look at Whirlpool makes a hell of a refrigerator. Can we go take a look? Can we come back down to planet Earth? Then the salesman comes over. I love this guy. He's got the greased up hair. He's the Long Island scumbag. Do you understand? This is what we're dealing with here. Oh, now I love that. I know the salesman, like, I used to read books on sales and shit like this, okay? Which basically verifies that they're the scum of the earth. So they come over and automatically they focus on the woman, okay? This is their gag, right? Because the guy, he's a piece of shit, and ultimately she's going to have the decision anyway. So now he looks at me like I'm a dirty diaper, and then he focuses on my wife. You have great taste in refrigerators, you know that? And my wife's like, oh, yeah. So already I want to get the fuck out of there. And I'm like, where are the Frigidaires? And he's like turning his back on me. This is what I'm getting. Oh, and we go over. So now he's showing us the. I say to him, he says, "Do you know the measurements of your refrigerator?" And I said, "Yeah, I got it tattooed on my hand." I thought that was a funny joke, but they both look at me like, Like, I'm the asshole now. And I'm like, well, now I close my hand. I'm like, I have the dimensions. So now you got to come to me, motherfucker. So after showing him my tattooed hand, I close my hand and I kind of like ignore him. So he's like, well, how tall is the refrigerator? And I'm like, you got PS5s? Yeah. No, PS5s, they're sold online only. 73 inches, pal. Let's go talk refrigerators. All right. Anyhow, now my wife, naturally, she's looking at the most expensive refrigerators, and for some reason, my wife gets wooed by salespeople. It's like they throw a hypnotizing spell on her. I don't know how to explain it. She's let salespeople into our house. Into our house. This fucking yokel from the street comes up. He's doing the thing for a home heating to make your home heat. Make your home more efficient? I come in from the other room. He's walking through my house, looking at my thermostat. I'm like, ha. Now, if I had a set of balls on me, I would have told him to get the fuck out of my house. But it was my internal monologue. And then when he leaves, I got to blow up at my wife. I'm like, what are you doing letting strangers into the house? The guy is casing the joint. He's casing a joint! Anyhow. So she finds this way overly expensive refrigerator that her and the salesman agree are the one that she has to have. Oh my God, the ice maker, it's off to the side, more room, more cubic feet, this ba. And then he gets over to the computer and he's like, let me see what I can do for you. He's like, as soon as you hit me with the Long Island accent and you're a salesman, you're not on the up and up. He's like, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit you with the veterans and the police discount. That's right, and the firefighters discount too. I'm like, wow, you're gonna do that for us, pal? These are like make-believe things. So a refrigerator that was $3,200, he goes, I can give it to you for $2,995. I'm like, all right, let's go. We're out of here. We are out of here. He's like, you're not going to find it better than that. You can go wherever you want. But if you buy it right now, that's the price I can give it to you for. I guarantee you're not going to find it better anywhere else you go. Like this old racket. You understand? So what he doesn't realize is I'm sitting there and I'm looking at I already went over to the fridge. I took a picture of the serial number. And I'm going, and I'm like going through every listing I can while he's ignoring me. And clearly you can get this refrigerator for $2,600. So I'm trying to like report to my wife, like over the guy's shoulder, let's go. And she thinks I'm just being an asshole. All right. Anyway. We get out of there and we go down to, I said, well, you know what, we're going to Plesses. Listen, around here on Long Island, we got Plesses. We got PC Richards. All right, they're scum of the scumbags from hell. You understand? Salesmen that cling to you as soon as you walk through the door. I got news for you. I said, we're going to Plesses. Plesses is like, I don't know, down the fucking road. I walk in there. We walk in there. This is like high end now. You understand? They got the super expensive refrigerators. You know, like names you never heard of. You're like, oh my God, this is what like normal people that have great jobs. This is the kind of refrigerators they have. That I felt so like inferior looking at expensive refrigerators. I felt like a little worm. I said, some of these refrigerators were like, almost 20 grand. I like, when they don't have the price on them, that's when you know you're in trouble. When it says ask management, I say, oh, yeah. I felt like a worm. They had the one that's built into the wall. It looks like the cabinetry. And you open it up, and it's like the most gorgeous refrigerator. There's like TVs inside of there. One of them had a beer tap. I'm like, what? Oh my God. Can I get one with a cigarette dispenser? How about that? I want one with the amber knob. You know, like that, like from Jurassic Park, the piece of amber. Remember when you used to buy cigarettes from the vending machine? And the knobs were like all dingy and amber? And you'd pull them? Come on, you had to be Franco Colombo to get a pack of cigarettes out of this thing. You'd pull the thing and the soft pack would drop down. Come on. Give me a soft pack. So the salesmen are all taken, by the way. So I'm sitting there like, I'm trying to buy a refrigerator. Apparently everybody's getting stimulus checks now, so everybody's buying refrigerators. I'm waiting for my salesman to arrive. I said, I never stood around waiting for a salesman so long in my life. Then this guy comes over. He's like, you need help? I'm like, yeah. So we're interested in this refrigerator right here. And I say to him, very simply, I say to him, do you know the dimensions? And by almost astonishing, I couldn't believe the response. He goes, I don't know. I'm like, what? What? Like, not even an attempt. How do you not know the dimensions of a refrigerator you're selling? Like, maybe you get me some paperwork, or maybe you read the label, or it's got to be here somewhere. Like I asked him like some outlandish question. Do you know the secret of the Big Bang? I don't know. I don't know. Like I asked him some astrophysics. Like I asked him a nutty question. I couldn't believe the response. And I just looked at him with a blank stare. And I'm like, I'm not flinching until you make a response. And I just looked at him. And then he says to me, he goes, well, I can get you a tape measure. I was like, whoa, there's a start. Yeah, but you know what, scumbag? Don't hand it to me. Start measuring the fridge. I'm out. Where are we, Callahan? I don't even know if I should turn this thing on. Oh. No, it works. Oh. Just like that, we're scanning for crimes. Yeah, so we finally find the refrigerator, that we want to get, and it's on back order till May. Yeah, till May. So that means we'll use the refrigerator downstairs, and I'll run up and down the stairs every time I need milk for the coffee, if I'm making coffee for my wife. Or, it's like every time I need some butter. What do you want me to tell you? Guys, we got a package here today. It's a big one. It's heavy too. I don't know how he got away with shipping it. Oh well, it's from Pennsylvania. That's close by. $24 to ship this. It's got to be 20 pounds. All of about 20 pounds. I mean, hey, listen. What are we going to do? You got to pull out Johnny Blades. Here we go. This one's coming from Ryan. That's right. Ryan from Mount Pleasant Mills, PA. I hear the steam engine now. Yeah. Still got steam locomotives in Pennsylvania. You know, steam engines. People got coal, heating their houses with coal. Don't lie to me. Simpler times in Pennsylvania. That's right. Listen, I hear the steam engine now. Yeah. Old number 7 pouring on the coals. Alright. Could you imagine like being asleep at night and like you hear the steam locomotive come through the town? I just wake up with a smile. Hey, I'm not even annoyed that you woke me up. I hear it in the distance. You're like, oh, it feels good. Wrap yourself back up in the blankets. Throw more coal into the stove. Oh, yeah. Toasty. Toasty. Nothing like sleeping next to a wood-burning stove, by the way. I don't know about you, but when I grew up as a kid, we had a fireplace, wood-burning stove. That's where I used to sleep at night. I'd watch David Letterman. I'd eat a peanut butter sandwich. Oh, Dave. Then it was Conan O'Brien. Right next to the stove. I had no fucking care in the world. You understand? Like, no care in the world. Watching little kids in the hall. Come on. Oh, we got a note here. Oh. In an envelope. Come on, sip of coffee. This reeks of class. Sip of goddamn coffee. I'd shoot you a cap gun, but, you know, my fingers are too numb to actually put caps in the cap gun. A nice penmanship. You know what it is with penmanship? As long as it's consistent, then to me, it's good penmanship. Dear Bithead 1000, I started watching you in the fall of 2018 when Last Gamer mentioned you. I fell in love with the show and watch it all the time. My favorite episodes are the ones where you built the penis cabinet, and the one where you talk about working at the bakery with Silvio. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I love Silvio, who had to move to Arizona. Yeah. We used to give Silvio such... I was talking to this with a buddy of mine the other day. I said, we're responsible for Silvio's death. Do you know that? Because he was so disrespected in our bakery that he decided to move to Arizona. And that's where ultimately he met his, end. And I said, we're partially responsible for that. So, you guys want to get breakfast now? What do you want? Bacon, egg, and cheese? I don't know. Yeah. So I remember Silvio used to say, I'm going to move to Arizona where I will be respected. How'd that one work out for you, buddy? All right. And pull the plumber's putty off your sewer sump at 3 a.m. to make a dough penis for us. Yeah. I'm a professional dough penis crafter. I'll tell you that right now. I am the person who made the best Bithead 1000 videos on YouTube. Oh, wow. Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. I didn't mean to only make 2, but life got in the way. Maybe I will make more in the future if I get the time. I also made a subreddit for the show if anybody is interested in joining. Inside this package, you will find some bop, 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 zip-a-doo, Ba, ba, ba. Thanks again for everything you do for the show. Your hard work and dedication really shows, Ryan. Wow. Thank you, Ryan. Bithead, sorry these are a little incomplete. My printer ran out of paper. These will get you started though. What are you talking about here? New York State Unified Court System. Look at this. It's divorce papers. Oh my God, I gotta hand them to my wife. Is that how it works? Is that what you do? You hand them papers? Honey, I want to talk to you. Before we get started, here, sign these. Yes. Wow. Yeah. Neither party shall incur unreasonable debts hereafter, including but not limited to further borrowing against any credit line secured by the family. Oh my God, what a nightmare. Neither party shall change beneficiaries. Oh, what a night. Oh, this is what you got to go through? Oh my God. Who gets the dog? That's what I want to know. What do we do? Saw him in half? Please take notice that once a judgment of divorce is signed in this action, both of you and your spouse may or may not continue to be eligible for coverage under each other's health insurance. Stop it now. What the hell is this? Oh my God. Oh, look at this. Number one, Middleswarth fresh kitchen potato chips. Jesus Christ, this has got to be a Pennsylvania thing. They will put a smile on your face with every bite. There's an A in our name and A quality in our product. Yes, baby. Look at this. Oh, barbecue. Oh, I have a new love for barbecue potato chips, by the way. Oh yeah. I don't know what it is. All of a sudden. Oh. Oh, come on. Yes. Look at this. Candy cigarettes. Oh yeah. What am I going to tell you here? Here goes Rita. Come on. I got news for you right now. Where's the red tip? What? They don't put the red tip on it anymore? Come on. I'm out. They don't put the red tip on there anymore. Come on. There we go, buddies. There you go, smokers. I got your news for you. Half the cigarette is right here. Half the enjoyment of cigarette smoking is right here. Having it in the hand, talking. So carry around candy cigarettes. That's what I'm going to do. No. What's it gonna be? I'm gonna go to a job interview and pull out candy cigarettes. Yeah. He's like, sir, you can't smoke in here. Yeah, not today. So what's the story? How much do I get paid? I love how you're not supposed to say that at a job interview. This is the first thing I'm gonna say when I walk in the office. Never say, I love how you read this shit online about how to approach a job interview. Yeah, if you're this guy coming into my office, I'm going to give you a job. Get the fuck out. I don't want you working here. I'm going to come in, I'm going to say, yo, boss, before we get started, how much? Huh? Well, let's face it, that's what we're here for. These are delicious, by the way. I got news for you. These aren't the cool candy cigarettes. No offense, Ryan. I love them anyhow. But these aren't the cool ones. The cool ones were the paper-wrapped bubble gum where they'd put the powdered sugar inside and you'd put the cigarette in your mouth and blow on it and the powdered sugar would come out like smoke. Oh my God, do you remember those? So what you do as a kid, you just pull one out after another and just blow the smoke out. And then you were done with the pack. They were awesome. Yeah. Like candy cigarettes. I mean, that's the highlight here. Let's face it. Holy shit. Holy shit. Guys, we are compiling. Oh, look at this. Death Hunt. What is this? Lee Marvin and Charles Bronson. I'm in! I never saw this movie before. Jesus Christ. Here we go. Uncommon Valor. Who's in this? Patrick Swayze? All right. Gene Hackman? Oh, I got to see this. This is a Vietnam movie, huh? Oh, my God. Patrick Swayze. Shot a cap gun. Smoke a cigarette for Patrick Swayze. Oh, yeah. My favorite Patrick Swayze moment is when he's about 90 pounds in a wheelchair, and imagine this: he's on his last days of living on this planet Earth, and he's got this dopey reporter over his house. This guy reminds me of John Stossel. Remember when John Stossel got hit by Dr. D? What was his name? Dr. D. The wrestler. I always say Dr. D. David Robinson, but it wasn't David Robinson. That's the basketball player. Hold on a second. When you smoke, you gotta. I don't know. Now I gotta look it up. Dr. D. David Schultz. Remember when he slapped John Stossel in the face? Because John Stossel, me and this guy I used to work with, we would watch this video over and over again and just start roll on the floor. It's one of the greatest moments in humanity, by the way. You got Dr. D. David Schultz in like the prime of his wrestling career. He's just like a man's man all around. And then this fucking pencil neck geek, John Stossel, comes up to him and he's got this real smug attitude with his microphone. He's working for, I don't know, at the time, what was it, a current affair? 2020? He's like, I'm going to ask you the standard question. Is wrestling fake? And then Dr. D gives him this open hand slap to the face. It was like this guy got hit by a freight train. And he goes over one way and then he like gets up again. And then Dr. D hits him the other way. And it was just like two colossal open hand slaps to the face. And then he goes, was that fake? That was an open hand slap to the face. Does that look fake to you? And then you see Mr. Fuji in the background like laughing. You know what? WWF Vince McMahon owes Dr. D. David Schultz such a debt of gratitude for taking wrestling to that next level after that interview. Because after that, people were thinking twice about asking people if wrestling was fake. And you know they were all laughing about it in the locker room. Anyhow. Oh, yeah. So the reporter is interviewing Patrick Swayze. And I think it was some broad or a guy. And he's like, and Patrick's smoking, like chain smoking cigarettes. He's got pancreatic cancer. He's got about 3 more hours to live. And the reporter's like, Patrick, the cigarettes, why? And Patrick's looking at him like, you fucking idiot, fucking moron. If I was him, you would have had to bleep it out. I would have said, get the fuck out of here, you dumb dummy. And I would have put the cigarette out on, I would have wheeled my wheelchair up, and with the last, bit of energy I have in my spirit and soul, I would have put the cigarette out on the cheek of his face. And he said to the guy, he's like, lesser of two evils. And I said, you know what, Patrick Swayze, I don't give a fuck about Dirty Dancing. I don't give a shit about The Outsiders. That was your greatest performance ever. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I want you to high five Alex Trebek up there for me, will you? Oh my God, look at this. I remember this. Oh, my buddy had this on Laserdisc. My friend Rex had this on Laserdisc. Oh my God, his father had a Laserdisc player? Woo-wee. We used to watch Buck Rogers on Laserdisc. Oh yeah. Yeah. There we go. The Last of the Mohicans. This is fantastic movie making. Do you understand? You don't get movies like that. Oh my God. Apocalypse Now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come on, the end of this movie. Marlon Brando. Come on. Yeah. Oh, James Bond, Never Say Never Again. Sean Connery, the inferior James Bond, by the way. That's right. We all know the greatest James Bond is I'm getting old. I can't remember anything anymore. What's his name? God damn it. I just like there's like one brain cell in my head hanging on for dear life. Roger Moore. I didn't even have to look that one up, by the way. Well, I was going to. We know Roger Moore is the superior James Bond, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh my God, this is all the hits, guys. Look at this Blade Runner. Blade Runner. The best part of Blade Runner is when he breaks the girl's heart. When he hold on a second. You know, because he's like the working class cop and this type of thing, and he's just like sick and tired, and he comes home after a day of almost being killed, and then the girl comes over, the replicant, right? Then they're talking, and he's like, you're a replicant, basically. Those dreams you have, they're manufactured. He starts telling her own dreams, and it's just a crushing blow, and she leaves. You're like, oh my God, that was horrible. That was great movie making, though. The part that always gives me chills in Blade Runner is when he gets in front of that computer. He puts the picture in the computer, and he's like, to the left, stop, zoom in, 30, stop, go to the right, stop. I'm like, who talks to computers like this? Go up, stop, zoom in, stop. Oh, yeah. James Bond, Thunderball. We all know the famous car that came out, a car that turns into a submarine. What more do you want? You know, you watch James Bond movies now and you're like, oh boy. But when you saw this shit in the 80s, I got news for you right now. There's nothing better than James Bond. Here we go. Jodie Foster in Contact. Jodie Foster always kind of irked me. I don't know what it is about her. She's kind of weird. The way she talks and all that. She's like weirdo. Sorry. And I'm sorry. The guy that shot Reagan, he didn't do it to get Jodie Foster's attention. All right? This is like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, I shot the president to get her attention. Come on. Yeah, and Christy Brinkley running around. You animal. Even what's her name? Who was the other broad? The smoking hot broad. I was looking at the pictures of the other night from the '60s on the Dick Cavett show. Rachel? No, Rachel. Again, I'm turning into an idiot, a worse idiot. Raquel Welch. Oh my God, she was so smoking hot back in the day. Even up in her later years. Oh my God, she was so smoking hot. In the 1960s, if I was like rich Playboy guy, a Jane Fonda on one arm and Raquel Welch. Can I make that happen? Can I make that happen? Smoking hot. We got Rob Roy here. Look at the young Liam Neeson. Jesus, crime luck. Yep. You know what I want to get on Laserdisc? Highlander. Yeah. Oh yeah. Remember Highlander? Oh my God, when I saw Highlander, I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was like the most epic movie of all time. Out of Sight. Is that Jennifer Lopez? Ay. All right, we'll put this one over here. Kiss the Girl. Morgan Freeman, Ashley Judd. Now what is this? Mario Van Peebles. Solo. Oh boy. Look, this one's not opened. I can't imagine why. Wow, Ryan. Thank you very much for all that. Wow, we are building up a pretty fantastic Laserdisc collection, if I do say so myself. Maybe this season we'll be able to find a Laserdisc player, and then we'll get, we'll check them out, in all their low definition, spectacularness. I don't know. All right, guys, listen. Do you realize that you just tuned in to the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization? And you better believe that. With the 4K face! We'll see you next time. Guys, we are hot and heavy on our advices program. We have a weekly advices program on Patreon if you'd like to join. If you want to ask advices, I'll leave my email down here for you. Just ask it, whatever advices you want to ask about, and just write in the subject advice. That way, when I go through my phone, when we do the show on the fly. Here, it's very, very exciting. I mean, you get advices like this. Watch a little Jeopardy. Hey, Alex, how's that pancreas doing? Oh! As we're smoking. I had a table saw, almost put my lights out once. I turned the fucking thing off. I said, I'm done with this machine. The bandsaw, maybe you cut a finger off. Whoop-de-doo. I know. But yeah, join up. I also found a bunch of old episodes on a hard drive, by the way. Not too old, of like from last year. So I'm thinking about throwing them up there too, because it's hard to integrate them into the show now because we kind of like have a timeline. So I figured we'll put them up there. So that's it, guys. Link down below if you want to join.